reminds me, why do you wear black all the time?
I'm in mourning for my life. I'm depressed.
Why? I don't understand. You get an allowance. My life is much harder than yours. I only make $1,200 a month, and that's before taxes, but you don't see me wearing black all the time.
It's not about money. Poor people can be happy.
I mean, theoretically.
The play will start soon.
Yes, Nina will act in Cameron's play. They are in love tonight. They are a team. You and I are anything but. We've got no common denominator. All I get from you is the cold shoulder. Of course, I completely understand. I don't make any money and I'm boring. But I can't seem to stay away because you're all I think about.
Don't be silly. You know, I'm flattered that you love me. I just can't reciprocate is all.
No.
It's so humid out. There will probably be a thunderstorm. All you do is talk about philosophy or rant about money. According to you, there's nothing worse than being broke. But I would much rather be... Never mind, you couldn't possibly understand.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to begin. You'll be notified, but for now, you shouldn't be here. Go away, please.
Let's go.
But please do let us know when the play is starting.
In 10 minutes, it's places. Now this is what I call a theater. Curtains, entrances, and empty space, no set whatsoever. Instead, the audience will see the lake and the horizon, curtain up at 8:30, right when the moon is rising. Well, if Nina's late, the entire effect will be ruined. She should be here by now. Her father and stepmother are like prison guards, watching her constantly, so going anywhere is nearly impossible. Tonight, Nina is the star, and Anna, my sister, has no role to play. She hasn't even read my play, and she hates it. She already resents that on this minuscule stage, this will be Nina's success and not hers. She's a real piece of work, my sister. A psychological curiosity. Our father was British, our mother American, and she's chosen to retain his dialect for some pretentious reason, even though we were raised here. There's no doubt she's talented and whip smart, ready to weep over a novel, can rattle off poem after poem by heart. Takes care of you when you're sick. But just you try mentioning some actress more famous than her. Oh, no. You can only praise her. You can only write about her, and you must rave about her brilliant overacting in trashy projects. But, of course, she doesn't get any of that out here, so she's angry and spiteful, and we are all her enemies, and her boredom is all our fault. She's also superstitious. She's terrified of the number 13, and if you say good luck before a performance, she won't go on. And she's a tightwad. She has $70,000 in her bank account. I know that for a fact. But ask for 1 penny and she'll start hysterically crying. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me. Not. You see? My sister doesn't love me. Boyfriends and expensive clothes. She also knows I'm not exactly fond of commercialism. She loves it. She thinks she's God's gift to humanity, and in my mind, contemporary theater, film, whatever, is total crap. Just trite, pedestrian drivel. When the curtain goes up, on 3 walls and all that artificial light, these supposed great talents, these high priests of the theater, show how people eat, drink, love, walk, and put on their coats. They take their cozy little plots and their stupid, vulgar speeches and try to extract a moral. Not too big a moral, of course, nothing that might cause indigestion or force you to think later. No, just the same old derivative leftovers again and again and again. Well, let me tell you, I run for the exits the same way Maupassant ran from the Eiffel Tower. because it was crushing his brain beneath its gaudy architecture. What we need is new forms, and if we can't have them, better not to have the arts at all. Don't get me wrong. I love my sister a lot. But she leads a life completely without purpose. She hangs around with that novelist. Their names are always in the paper. Just gets me down. He's intelligent enough, I guess. I've read his stories. All of them, in fact. And his work is all right. But he's just blah. You know, he's just like totally blah. Fine. Maybe it is only my ego talking. I am just an ordinary mortal after all. Yes. You know what? I am resentful my sister's a famous actress. And I'm sure if she were just an ordinary person, I would be much happier. Have you ever heard of such a sad and stupid situation? I'll be in her house with all these celebrities, actors, and writers, and I am the only nobody. And they only tolerate me because I'm her brother. Who am I? What am I? I dropped out of college junior year due to unforeseen circumstances, as they say. According to my birth certificate, I am just some nobody from nowhere. My father was a nobody from nowhere. But then he became a well-known actor. So when all those guests, all those artists and writers at her parties, when they see fit to give me the time of day, I can feel their condescending gaze, sizing up my insignificance. I know exactly what they are thinking and am mortified by the sheer humiliation. There's someone coming.
I'm not late, am I? I hope I'm not late.
No.
I was so anxious all day. I was so afraid Father wouldn't let me come. Luckily, he and my stepmother just left. The sky is red. The moon is about to come up. It was like a horse running so fast. I'm so happy to be here. You see how difficult it is for me to breathe? I have to be back in half an hour. We have to hurry. For God's sake, don't make me late. My father doesn't know I'm here.
As a matter of fact, it's time to start. I'll call everyone.
My father and stepmother hate it when I come here. They call it Bohemia. They are concerned that I'll become an actress. But I'm drawn to this lake like a seagull. My heart is full of you.
We are alone.
It seemed like someone...
No. There's no one.
What kind of tree is that?
It's an elm.
Why is it so dark out?
Because it's nighttime. It gets dark. Please, don't leave right after the performance. I'm begging you.
I have to.
Then I'll follow you home. I'll stand in the orchard all night throwing pebbles at your window.
You can't. The guard will find you. And Max doesn't know you. He'll bark.
I love you. Shh. All right. It's time. Let's take our places. It's the moon rising. I'll get the grain alcohol and the sulfur. You better get set. Everything is ready. Are you nervous?
Yes, very. It's fine. It's not your sister. I'm not afraid of her. But Brian Thomas will be here. I'm so terrified to act in front of him. He's such a famous writer. Is he young?
Yes.
His stories are so incredible.
I wouldn't know. I haven't read them.
No. Your play is really hard to perform. There aren't any people in it.
And why should there be? I don't want to show life as it is, or tell people how it should be. I want to show life as it is in dreams, in the imagination.
But hardly anything happens. It's more like a reading, and a play, in my mind anyway, should always have lovers.
It's true. There are a few great actors working today, but your average actor is much more talented than back then.
I'm sorry, but I have to disagree. But I suppose it's a matter of taste.
It's wet out here. Go back inside and put on your boots.
I don't care.
You want to irritate me on purpose, don't you?
Cameron, my dear little brother, when will the play
In
start?
a moment, please be patient.
Oh, Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turn'st mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grained spots as will not leave that taint.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of a dirty bed, stained with corruption and honey, and making love over the nasty. Over the nasty. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The play is about to begin. It starts now. Oh, you sacred ancient shadows that hover high above our lake at night, bring us sleep and let us dream of what will be in 200,000 years.
But there won't be anything in 200,000 years.
We must see this nothingness.
Yes, let us, we are asleep.
Human beings, lions, eagles, partridges, deer with their antlers, geese, spiders, silent fish dwelling in the water, starfish, and those you cannot see with your eyes. In short, all living things, having completed their lifespans, have been extinguished. For eons, the earth has lain dead, devoid of living creatures, and so the sad moon lights its lantern all for naught. In the meadow, the crane no longer wakes and sings, and the beetles of spring no longer climb the trees. It is cold. It is cold. It is cold. It is empty. It is empty. It is empty. It is terrifying. It is terrifying. It is terrifying. The bodies of all living things have turned to dust. Eternal matter has turned them into stone, water, clouds, and their souls have all become one. It is I. It is I. It is I, this common soul of the universe. In me lives Alexander the Great, Caesar, Shakespeare, and Napoleon, and even the lowest leech. In me lives the consciousness of people, merged together with the instincts of animals, and I remember everything. And in me lives the experience of every single life anew.
If you ask me, it's pretentious.
I am alone! Once every 100 years, I open my mouth to speak. My voice cries out despondently into the void, and no one can hear me. Not even you, pale fire. In the twilight, you rise from the rotten mud, roaming around until sunrise without thought, without will, without any flicker of life. Fearing what life might come from you, Satan, father of eternal matter, changes you constantly down to your very atoms, just as he changes the rocks and the water. In the universe, there is but one soul that remains constant and unchanging. Like a prisoner thrown into a deep and empty well, I do not know where I am, nor what awaits me. All I know is in the sustained war with Satan, that master of material powers, I am destined to win. Then, when matter and soul unite in glorious harmony, the reign of universal will begin. But it will only happen very slowly. In the span of countless when the moon and Sirius, that shining star, and the earth have turned to dust. Until that time, oh the horror, oh the horror, oh the horror! See, my mighty opponent Satan draws near! I see his awful red eyes!
It smells like sulfur. Is that really necessary?
Yes!
Oh, I see. It's pathetic.
How lonely Satan is, for he craves human beings!
Get your sweater up. Put it back on or you'll catch something.
Look, Master's revealed his breast to Satan, that father of eternal matter.
Play is over! Enough! Curtain!
Why are you upset?
Enough! Curtain! Curtain! It's my fault. I forgot that only a chosen few are allowed to write plays or act on stage. I've infringed on the monopoly.
What's the matter with him?
You insulted him?
He told us the play was a joke. I simply took him at his word.
Yes, but
So
you
what,
can't-
now he's written some great masterpiece? No, please, tell me. I think he's written this whole performance dousing us with sulfur, not as entertainment, act. So boring, I'm sick and tired of it. He's nothing but a moody, narcissistic child.
All he wants is your approval.
Really? Then why didn't he choose something else? You know, a normal play instead of forcing us to listen to this avant-garde nonsense. Now, I don't mind listening to nonsense every once in a while as a joke, but this has delusions of grandeur, of being some new form, some new view of art. Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing new in it, just stupidity.
Well, everyone writes what they like and are capable of.
Well, let him write whatever he wants and is capable of. Just leave me out of it, please.
Oh, great. Zeus is angry.
I am not Zeus. I'm a woman. And I'm not angry. I'm just sad to see a young man waste his time. I didn't mean to insult him.
There isn't a scientific basis for a separation of spirit and matter, because the spirit itself is probably an aggregate of material atoms. You know, someone should write a play about our dear old friend, the school teacher. He has a hard life.
Yes, that's true. But can we please stop talking about plays and atoms? It's such a beautiful night. Do you hear that? Singing. How nice.
It's coming from the shore of the lake.
Sit next to me. Here on this lake, 10 or 15 years ago, there was music and singing practically every night. Along the shore there were 6 houses. I can remember laughter, debauchery, hunting, love affairs. And I was feeling guilty. Why did I insult my poor little brother? I regret it. Cameron? Cameron?
I'll go look for him.
Please do, sweetheart.
Cameron! 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 Well, it looks like the show's over, so I can leave.
Bravo!
Bravo! We loved it. With such good looks and such a gorgeous voice. It's a sin to stay cooped up in the country. Probably have talent as well. Listen to me. You have a duty to be on the stage.
Oh, that's my dream, but it'll never happen.
Well, not with that attitude. Let me introduce you to Brian Thomas.
It's such an honor. I've literally read everything you've ever written.
Oh, don't be embarrassed. He is a celebrity, but in actuality he's quite a simple man. See how shy he gets?
It's a weird play, don't you think?
I didn't get it. But I enjoyed watching it. Your acting was very honest, and the set was wonderful. I think there are quite a few fish on this lake.
Yes.
I love fishing. There's no greater pleasure than sitting on the shore in the evening and watching the ripples on the lake.
I thought once you created a great work of art, you wouldn't enjoy doing anything else.
Oh, don't say that. When you compliment him, he becomes a nervous wreck.
Seems as if the angel of silence has flown over us.
Well, it's time for me to go. Goodbye.
Why? Why so early? We won't let you.
My father's waiting up for me.
Men, well, what can you do? I'm sad to see you go.
only you knew how much I want to stay.
Someone should walk you home.
Oh, no. No.
Please, just stay.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, just one more hour.
I can't.
What a poor little girl. I heard her mother was worth a fortune. She dies, and now her father's left her entire inheritance to her second wife. Nina will have nothing.
Well, frankly,
So
her,
upsetting.
her father's just a disgusting animal.
So they've all left. MASHA has been chasing me all over the place. What an obnoxious creature.
Cameron, I liked your play a lot. It was strange, and of course we didn't see the end, but it made such a strong impression on me. You have talent. You should keep writing. Oh, wow. You're so anxious. Are you crying? What was I saying? Right, it had a lot of abstract ideas. That's a good thing. Art should express great ideas. Nothing can be transcended if it's not serious. You look so pale.
So you think I should continue?
Yes, but only write about important and eternal things. My life's all right, I guess. I'm happy. But if I had been an artist who experienced the joy of creation, then maybe my spirit would have broken free from this world and my spirit soared above the earth.
I'm sorry, you don't mean a win.
And one more thing. When it comes to your writing, you must have a clear and definite purpose, because if you go down that road without a clear goal, you and your talent will get lost.
Where is Nina?
She went home.
What should I do? I want to see her. I have to see her, I'm going.
Calm down, Cameron.
I'm going, I have to!
Cameron, please! Come inside. Your sister is waiting for you. She's worried.
Well, tell her I left. And please, I'm begging you, leave me alone. Stop following me!
You shouldn't get so agitated. It isn't good for you.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Ah, youth.
When people have nothing else to say, they say, "Aw, you."
That's a disgusting habit. Sounds like they're playing music. We should really go.
Wait a second.
What?
I need help. Help me, or I will do something stupid. I'll destroy my life. I'll ruin it.
What are you talking about?
I'm suffering. Nobody knows how much I'm suffering. I love Cameron.
What can I do?
Come on, get up. Stand next to me. Any time today. Come on, we're both the same age, but who looks younger?
You obviously.
You see? And why is that? Because I work, I feel, I'm constantly active. You two just sit in the one place. You aren't really living. I only have one rule in life. Don't think about the future. Now, I never think about death or getting older. Que sera, sera.
I feel like I was born a very long time ago. And I drag myself through life like a heavy suitcase or a dress with a long train. And frequently I just lose the desire to live at all. Of course, I'm probably just being silly. Come on, MASHA, shake it off and pull yourself together.
Anyway, look at what good shape I'm in. I'm prim and proper. I always have excellent posture, and my outfit and hair are always perfection. Would I ever leave the house, even just to the backyard, in just a shirt and messy hair? Never. I look good because I'm not sloppy. I don't let myself go like some other people. Right, look at me. See? I'm light on my feet. I could play a 15-year-old if I wanted to.
Excuse me, shall we continue? We left off at the merchant and the rats.
Oh yes, the rats. Read away. Actually, give it to me. I'll read it. It's my turn. Here we go, the rats. And so, for regular members of society, pampering writers, and thus inflating their egos, is as dangerous as rats breeding in a silo. But yet they cannot help themselves. And thus when a woman has set her sights on a writer and wants to capture her prey, she drowns him in compliments, devotion, and pleasantries. Or maybe that's what the French do, but we aren't like that here. We don't scheme. Here, before a woman seduces a writer, she's usually fallen head over heels in love with them. Take me and Thomas, for example.
I heard your father and stepmother have gone on vacation.
For 3 days, I'm so happy. Now I'm all yours.
You look so lovely today.
Elegant and attractive and sharp. But we shouldn't praise her too much. The evil eye is always watching. We wouldn't want to jinx her. Where is Thomas?
He's fishing.
How is he not sick of it yet?
What are you reading?
Maupassant's on the river? Sweet thing. Well, the rest isn't very interesting or truthful. I don't know, I'm troubled. Please tell me what is going on with my brother. Why is he so depressed and harsh? He spends every day by that lake and I hardly ever see him.
Well, he's in a bad mood. Would you please do some of his play?
Really? But it's so uninteresting.
When he reads, his eyes light up and he turns pale. He has a beautifully tragic voice. He's a poet.
What's the matter with you?
Isn't it obvious? She's trash.
Nonsense.
It's not nonsense. Wine and tobacco mask your true persona after a couple of cigarettes or a few shots of vodka. You're not MASHA anymore. You're MASHA plus something else. Your sense of self disappears and you begin to refer to yourself in third person.
Sure. That's easy for you to say. You have a nice life. But what about me? I have accomplished nothing. And I so badly want to experience life. You're such a smug and uncaring person, and that's why you can be so philosophical. And I just want to live. And that's why I drink and smoke so much, that's all.
You know, if you really cared about yourself, you wouldn't spend all day regretting the past and fretting over nothing. It's just frivolous, MASHA.
I think it's lunchtime. My leg is asleep.
I stopped counting her drinks 2 hours ago.
Poor girl takes no pleasure in anything else.
Buffoonery.
Nothing is more boring than this rural existence. It is hot, it is silent, no one does anything, everyone just waxes poetic constantly. It's good to see you all. I enjoy listening to you. To be in a hotel room, studying my lines, that's so much better.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Obviously, the city's more exciting. There's so much to do there. Cabs in the street. Cabs in the street. By the way, I know I said I'd take you to the train tomorrow, but I just have so many papers to grade.
But what if we just have to leave?
Look, I know you're used to getting your way all the time, but out here, the whole world doesn't revolve around you.
I've had it up to here with this farm. I'll call for a driver. Or maybe we'll rent a car and drive ourselves.
How strange that a famous actress is upset over such silly things. It's even more strange that a famous writer, loved by everyone, with all those articles about him in the paper, his work translated into foreign languages, would rather fish all day and is most happy when he catches 2 perch. I thought that famous artists were all proud, unapproachable, hated the public, and used their fame as revenge on the masses for placing celebrity and wealth ahead of their art. Turns out they just cry, fish, play cards, laugh, and get angry, just like everyone else.
Are you alone?
Yes? What does this mean?
I was despicable enough to kill the seagull today. And now, I'm laying it at your feet.
What is going on with you?
And soon, I'll kill myself the same way.
It's like I don't even recognize you anymore.
Yes, but only after I stopped recognizing you. Your attitude toward me is totally different now. You have this icy look, and my very presence offends you.
Lately, you lose your temper all the time. I can't even understand what you're talking about half the time. You use all these metaphors. Like the seagull. What is this supposed to mean? I'm sorry, but I don't understand. I guess I'm just not sophisticated enough to understand
It
you.
all started last night with my play bomb, didn't it? Women don't forgive failure. I burned everything down to the last scrap of paper. If only you knew how miserable I am. Your coldness towards me is so terribly hurtful, so unbearable. It's like I woke up and the lake was drained or dried up. You just said you weren't sophisticated enough to understand me. But what is there to understand? Nobody liked my play. You hate my work. You consider me a mediocre talent and an even more worthless human being, just some face in the crowd. I understand. I understand it all too well. It's like there's a nail being pounded into my brain. Damn that nail. And damn my pride. It's like there's a snake sucking out my blood, injecting me with its venom. Oh. And here comes the real talent. He walks, holding a book, just like Hamlet. Words, words, words. The sun only has to peek out slightly, and you're all smiles, melting in the warmth of its rays. Well, I won't bother you anymore.
Snorting something, drinking vodka. Always wearing black. Teacher loves.
Good morning, Thomas.
Good morning. Good morning. Due to unfortunate circumstances, we are probably leaving today. Might be the last time I ever see you. What a shame. I rarely get to meet young girls. Young and interesting girls. I've already forgotten. I can't even imagine what it feels like to be 18 or 19. That's why in my novels and stories, the young female characters never ring true. Just once, I'd like to take your place, so I could learn how you think and what kind of a person you are.
Let's trade places.
Why?
To learn what it feels like to be a famous, talented writer. How does it feel to be a celebrity? How does it feel to be famous?
How does it feel? I don't really think about it. Either you're exaggerating my fame or I'm unaware.
How does it feel when you read about yourself in the press?
When the reviews are good, I feel nice. When the reviews are bad, I'm upset for a couple of
What
days.
an amazing world. If only you knew how much I envy you. Our fates are all so different. Some people drag along their sad, unnoticeable existences, all looking the same and all miserable. Others, you for example, are one in a million. You have a life full of excitement, shining bright with meaning, and you're happy.
Me? You talk about fame, about happiness, about some brilliant, exciting life, but to me, all these nice words are like some overly sweet dessert that I never eat. You are young, sweet, and naive.
But your life is wonderful.
What's so wonderful about it? I should go now. I have to work. I'm sorry. Sometimes you rub me the wrong way, as they say, and now I'm nervous and annoyed. Fine. Let's talk. Let's talk about my wonderful, brilliant life. Where should we start? Sometimes people get obsessed with something, like the moon, for example. And, well, I have a moon of my own. Day and night, I have one obsession. I have to write. I have to write. I have to. I barely finish one novel before, for some reason, I feel compelled to write another, and then a third, and after a third, a fourth. I write incessantly, at full speed. I don't know how to do it any other way. So I ask you, what is so wonderful or brilliant about that? It's a vicious way of life. Right now I'm with you, I'm talking, and yet every single minute I'm reminded of the unfinished novel inside. There I see a cloud. Looks like a grand piano. I think in my book I should mention that a cloud floated by that looked like a grand piano. I smell heliotrope, I quickly make a note. Sickly smell, pink purple color, use it as a description for a summer's eve. I seize every phrase, every word that you or I say, and I lock it up in my literary chest. Who knows, maybe it'll be useful one day. When I finish working, I run to the theater or I go fishing. I want to rest, I want to relax, but my head is already filled with this cannonball. A new subject in my desk pulls me back in, and I have to hurry up and write more. I can never get out of my own head. And I suck out the pollen from my best flowers, tear them apart, stomp on the roots, and then I give it all away. Don't you think I'm insane? My friends and family all treat me like I'm a genius, right? What are you writing? What enriching masterpiece will you give us next? It's all the same, all the time, and I begin to think all that attention, all that praise and admiration from everybody, it's all lies. They're all deceiving me like I'm a sick person and I become paranoid. They're going to sneak up behind me, tie me up, and throw me in an asylum. And when I was younger, during my better years, writing was one continuous torture. An unknown and unsuccessful writer feels awkward, clumsy, unwanted, tense, and irritable. He's too afraid to make eye contact. He's like a gambling addict with no money. He desperately clings to people in art and literature, unappreciated, unnoticed. I never got to meet my reader, but I always imagined him to be mistrusting and unfriendly. I was scared of the public. Terrified, actually. And whenever I'd watch my plays, I always thought the brunettes in the audience hated it and the blondes were indifferent. It was so awful. Complete torture.
I'm sorry, but finding inspiration within the creative process must provide you with some happiness.
Sure, when I'm actually writing, I enjoy it. And I enjoy the revision process, but when my work is actually published and I look at it, I immediately see it's all wrong. It's a big mistake. I should never have written it in the first place. I become upset and feel worthless. Then the public reads my work. It's nice, he's talented, cute! But not exactly a masterpiece. Or splendid work, great style, but not much substance. That's what'll follow me to my grave. Cute and talented, but nothing more. And when people walk by my tombstone, they'll read, "Here lies Brian Thomas. Great style, not much substance."
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You've just been spoiled by success.
What success? I have no self-esteem. Not as a writer, anyway. And worse, I feel drunk all the time and frequently can't even grasp what it is that I'm writing. I love this lake, the trees, the sky. I feel a deep connection to nature. It fills me with passion and a profound desire to write. But I'm not just a landscape artist. I'm a citizen. I love my country and my people, and I feel like as a writer I have an obligation to talk about the people, their struggles, the future, science, human rights, etc., etc. I try to pack everything in too fast. I'm always rushing forward relentlessly. I see life and science moving forward, and I just seem to slip further and further behind. Like someone running to catch a train. And in the end, I think all I'm really good at is describing the landscape. And anything else I try to write is just phony. Phony to the core.
You work too hard, so you have no time or desire to recognize how important you are. You loathe yourself, but to others you are great. Magnificent. If I were a writer like you, I would devote my whole life to the people. But I would know that people's happiness would depend on rising to my level. The public would carry me on their shoulders, riding in a golden chariot.
A chariot? Who am I, Agamemnon?
For the sheer joy of being a writer or an actress, I would suffer rejection, poverty, disappointment. I would live in a ditch, eating nothing but bread. I would deal with self-doubt, recognize my faults, but in return, I would demand fame, real, glorious fame. Oh, my head is spinning.
Thomas, where are you?
I'm being summoned. Looks like we're leaving. I don't want to leave. Just look at this place. So full of grace. Life is good.
You see that house and orchard across the lake?
Yes.
It's my mother's house. She passed away. I was born there. I've spent my whole life here. I know every island on that lake.
It's so nice here. What's that?
It's a seagull. Cameron killed it.
What a beautiful bird. I really don't want to leave. Maybe you can convince Anna to stay.
What are you writing?
Just making a note. Minor subject for a short story. A young girl lives by a lake her whole life, just like you. She loves the lake like a seagull, and she's happy. She's free as a bird. Then, by chance, a man appears, looks at her, and for no reason at all, kills her, just like this bird.
Thomas, where are you?
Just a second. What?
We're staying.
It's a dream.
I'm telling you all this because you're a writer, and you can use it if you want. Honestly, if he had killed himself, I wouldn't be able to live a minute longer. But I'm brave, and I've come to a decision. I will rip out these roots of love from my heart.
How?
Well, I will get married to Simon.
You marry the teacher?
Yes.
I don't think that's necessary.
Well, this love is hopeless. I've been waiting for something to happen for years, and when I get married, it will go away. New troubles will make it go away. Anyway, it'll be a change. Shall we have another?
Haven't we had enough?
Let's do it. Don't look at me like that. Women drink much more often than you would think. Some do it openly like me, and others in secret. And always vodka or whiskey. Cheers. You're a nice person. It's a shame you're leaving.
Personally, I don't want to leave.
Then ask her to stay.
No, she won't stay another day. My brother is so tactless. First he kills to try himself, then he actually tried to challenge me to a duel. Why? He pouts, he whines, he argues that we must have new forms. There's enough room for everyone, the old and the new. There's no need to fight.
Well, he's jealous. That's none of my business. My teacher isn't very smart. And he's poor, too. But he loves me very much. And I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for his mother. Well, best wishes. I am grateful for your sympathy. Remember me fondly. And send me your books. Be sure to autograph them, but don't put, "To my dear girl." Simply put, "To MASHA, from an undistinguished family who occupies this world for reasons unknown." Well, goodbye.
Even or odd?
Even?
No, there's only one stone in my hand. I was trying to see if I should become an actress or not. If only someone would give me some advice.
Only you can decide.
We're leaving. We will most likely never see each other again. I have a souvenir for you. It's a little medallion. I had it inscribed with your initials and the title of your book, Days and Nights.
How sweet of you. It's a wonderful gift.
Think of me every once in a while.
I will. I'll think of you as you were on that gorgeous day, remember? 1 week ago? Wearing a bright dress. We talked and there was a seagull.
Yes. Seagull. We have to stop talking. People are coming. Give me 2 minutes before you leave, please.
Who just left? Nina.
Yes.
Ooh la la. Pardonnez-moi. I interrupted you. Looks like I'm all packed. I'm so tired.
Days and Nights, page 121, lines 11 and 12.
Should I pack your fishing rods? Should I pack your fishing rods?
Yes! I might use them again, but the books you can give away. Page 121, lines 11 and 12. What are those lines? Are there copies of my books anywhere?
The fuck do I know? Go try the office. Corner bookcase.
What rides on 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the evening, and
And a
at
night
night?
on his back. Man, yes, I know it. Thank you very much. Will you change my bandage? You do it so well.
The doctor's late.
You said you'd be here at 10 and it's already noon.
Sit down. It's almost completely healed. There's barely anything there. You won't do anything foolish. You know, bang, bang, when I'm gone, will you?
No, it's just a moment of unrelenting heartbreak. It won't happen again. You have such wonderful hands. I remember many years ago, before Mom and Dad died, we all lived in the city. You were performing at the local theater. We were very young. There was a big fight in our backyard and a woman was badly beaten. Do you remember? They carried her home unconscious. You visited her all the time, brought her soup. Don't you remember?
No!
2 ballerinas lived next door. They came over for coffee. Ow!
I remember that.
They were so religious. Recently, particularly in the last few days, I have loved you with more affection and as wholeheartedly as when we were kids. I have no one else left beside you.
Very hard bandage, I'm sorry. What were you saying? Sorry.
I have loved you with more affection and as wholeheartedly as when we were kids.
I don't understand that.
I have no one else left beside you. Anna, listen.
Sorry, I'm distracted by this bandage. I am listening to you.
Why? Why do you allow yourself to be so preoccupied with that man?
You just don't understand him, Cameron. He's a gentleman.
But when he was told I wanted to challenge him to a duel, his genteel nature made him play the coward. He's running away. It's a disgraceful retreat.
Don't be ridiculous. I asked him to.
Oh, gentlemen, you and I are practically fighting about him, and he's either in the living room or in the garden. twisting Nia's mind, trying to convince her that he's a genius.
You have this tendency to tell me unpleasant things when I'm already upset. Now, I respect that man, and I'm asking you not to speak badly of him in my presence.
And I have no respect for him. You want me to think he's a genius. But I'm sorry, I can't lie. His work makes me sick.
You're just jealous. Snobby people with no talent have nothing better to do than criticize people with real gifts. After all, it's our only consolation.
Real gifts? I'm more gifted than all of you combined when it comes down to it. You are slaves of routine. You've suffocated any urgency out of the arts and only consider your work to be legitimate and genuine. Everything else you sit on and suppress. I refuse to accept it. I don't believe in you or him.
You're so pretentious.
Oh, go back to your beloved television and your pathetic third-rate shows.
I have never acted in third-rate shows. Leave me alone. You can't even write a pitiful vaudeville sketch, you nobody. You freeloading lead.
You're a tightwad!
You're a waste of space. You're writing shit. Oh, don't cry. You shouldn't cry. Don't. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry I'm so terrible.
If you only knew. I've lost everything. She doesn't love me. I can't write anymore. I've lost all hope.
Come now. Everything will be fine. We'll go away and she'll love you again. And life will go on. There, see? We've made up and everything's fine now.
Yes, Anna.
Call a truce. There's no need for fighting, right?
Fine. Just keep him away from me. It's just too hard. I can't stand it. Well, I'm leaving. The doctor will do my bandage later.
Here it is, page 121, lines 11 and 12. If you ever have a use for my life, come and take it.
Our driver will be here soon.
If you ever have a use for my life, come and take it.
I hope you're all packed.
Yes. Why does this request from such a free spirit bring me so much sadness? My heart aches. If you ever have a use for my life, come and take it. Let's stay one more day. Let's stay.
Sweetheart, I know what's keeping you here. Try to control yourself. You're just drunk. Sober up.
You're the one that needs to sober up, to be reasonable, to exercise some measure of fair judgment. I'm begging you. Look at this as my friend. You are capable of sacrifice. Be my friend and let me go.
You're really so infatuated.
I'm attracted to her. Maybe this is exactly what I need.
The love of a country bumpkin. You don't know yourself.
Sometimes people just sleepwalk through life. Right now I'm with you, but really I'm asleep, seeing her in my dreams. I'm overwhelmed by these strange and sweet fantasies. Let me go.
No. No, I'm just an ordinary woman. You can't talk to me like this. Don't talk to me, Brian. You're scaring me.
But if you wanted to, you could be extraordinary. Young, splendid, poetic love that inspires wonderful dreams. It's the only thing on earth that can bring happiness. I've never felt a love like that before. When I was young, I came close, but I was too busy trying to start my career fending off poverty. Now that love is finally here, seducing me. Why would I run away from it?
You're out of your mind.
Let me go.
All of you are conspiring to torture me today.
She doesn't understand. She doesn't want to understand.
Am I so ugly you don't even hesitate to tell me about another woman? You've lost your mind. My beautiful, amazing man. You're the most important chapter of my life. My joy, my pride, my bliss. If you left me, even just for an hour, I wouldn't survive. I'd go crazy. My phenomenal, breathtaking man. My master and commander.
Someone might come in.
Let them. I'm not ashamed of my love for you. My treasure. Want to do something stupid? But I won't have it. I won't let you. You're mine. Oh, you're mine. These eyes are mine. This forehead's mine. This gorgeous silky hair is also mine. You're all mine. You're so talented, so smart, so much sincerity, simplicity. humour. With one stroke, you can express at any point, any character. Your characters are so alive. No one can read your books without delight. Do you think this is just flattery? That I'm exaggerating? Look into my eyes. Look. Do I look like I'm lying? You see, I'm the only one who really understands you. The only one who can tell you the truth. My sweetheart, my wonderful man. You won't leave me, will you? No, you won't abandon me.
Well, I have no willpower. I'm a pudgy pushover, always submitting in the end. Take me. Take me away. Don't ever let me leave your side.
Now he is mine. But if you really want to stay, you can stay. I'll go by myself. You can come in a week or so. Really, there's no rush.
No, we'll be together.
As you wish. You want to leave together, we'll leave together. What are you doing?
I heard a nice expression this morning. Virgin forest might be useful. All right, let's go. Once again, the trains, the cars, the stations, the restaurants, the food, the conversation.
Au revoir. If we're all alive and well, we'll see each other in summer. Don't forget me. Where is Cameron? Well, just tell him that we're leaving. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Please. Thank you.
I'm sorry if anything upset you. He's an idiot.
No, everything was fine. Please, come help me with my bags.
Oh, I forgot my hat. I think it's on the terrace. It's you. We're leaving.
I had a feeling we'd meet again. Thomas, I've made up my mind. My fate is set. I will become an actress. Tomorrow I'll be gone. I'm leaving my father, abandoning everything. I'm starting a new life. I'm leaving for the city, like you. We'll see each other there.
Stay at the downtown inn. Let me know the minute you arrive. I'm at 10th and Waverly. I have to hurry.
Just one more minute.
You're so beautiful. What a relief. To think we'll see each other again so soon. I'll see those wonderful eyes again. That indescribable, gorgeous, affectionate smile. These fragile features of angelic purity. My love.
Cameron, where are you? There is nobody here.
What lousy weather. It's the second day
There
now.
are waves on the lake, really big ones.
It's dark in the garden. And that theater should be dismantled. It just stands there naked and unseemly like a skeleton. Curtains flapping in the wind. When I was passing by last night, it seemed like someone was crying next to it. Let's go, MASHA.
I'm staying here tonight.
Let's go, the baby's hungry.
Whatever your mother will feed him.
Sad. He's been without his mother for 3 days in a row.
You are so annoying! Before, at least you would talk about philosophy. But now it's just, baby, stay home, that's all I hear from you.
I'd walk home, but it's pouring rain.
You aren't made of sugar.
All right, so you'll come tomorrow then?
Fine, tomorrow. You're such a pest.
I'm going. Cameron, do take care of my little mosh monster.
Leave him alone, Mom.
Women only need to be treated gently. I know from experience.
Go if you're going.
I'm just trying to help.
Nobody would have guessed that you would become a real writer. The magazines are sending you money and you look good. All so stupid. Unrequited love only works in the movies. I shouldn't let my mind get carried away and go on waiting for something to happen. It's silly. When love invades your heart, you have to rip it out. Simon has been promised a transfer to a different school district, and when we move there, I'll forget all about him. Cameron is playing. That means he's sad. Not seeing him, that's the key. Once Simon gets a transfer and we move, I'll forget all about this in a month. Trust me. It's all so stupid. You haven't left yet. Oh, I wish I had never met you.
It's seriously raining cats and dogs out there. And you know, complaining about your life at your age isn't attractive to anyone.
You are so relentless. Don't you get it? I want to live. You're disrupting Cameron's work.
No, you're not.
Cameron, when you traveled, which city was your favorite?
Genoa.
Why Genoa?
The crowds in the street are fantastic. At night, when you leave the hotel, the street is filled with people. And you join the people without any destination, just zigzagging, living with them. You merge with them psychologically and start to believe in one universal soul.
Kind of like what Nina talked about in your play. By the way, where is Nina and how is she doing?
I don't know, I think she's well.
Someone told me she's been leading an unusual life. Any idea what that's about?
It's a long story.
The abridged version, please.
She ran away from home and found Thomas. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
She had a baby. The baby died. Thomas stopped loving her and returned to his previous life, as you can imagine. As a matter of fact, he never even cut his other ties. But, as you can expect by someone devoid of any honor or integrity, he managed to maintain both. As far as I can tell, Nina's personal life has been quite a disaster.
And what about that
An
stage
even
of-
bigger failure. She was doing summer stock near the city, then moved from town to town. I tried hard to follow her, was frequently in the same place. She tried out for some lead roles, but her acting was amateur. It lacked comprehension, sort of shouting with huge gestures. Occasionally, she showed some talent, when a scene called for screaming or dying, but those moments were fleeting.
So she does have some talent after all, then.
I don't know. I think she does. I saw her. She didn't want to see me, and the maid wouldn't let me into her hotel room. I understood her emotional state, and I didn't push to see her. What else can I tell you? Later on, when I got back home, she would write me letters. The letters were clever, interesting, and full of warmth. She never complained, but I could feel her intense unhappiness. Each line seemed to carry a painful and immense burden, and a deranged imagination. She would sign her letters as the Seagull. In one of his one-acts, Pushkin's main character says that he's a crow. Similarly, she kept repeating, "I'm a seagull, I'm a seagull." She's back now,
What do you mean she's back?
in town, at the inn. I went there, and Masha went too, but she doesn't want to see anyone.
She was such a gorgeous girl.
What did you say?
I said she was such a gorgeous girl.
You Casanova, you. I think your sister's back from the train station.
Yes, I can hear her.
Good evening, Masha.
You remembered me
Are you married?
for a long time now.
And are you happy? Anna says you've forgotten about the past and have stopped being angry.
Look, Brian's bought the magazine with your story in it.
Thank you very much. That was very kind of you.
In the city, a lot of people show quite a bit of interest in your work, and everybody tells me about you. They ask me about you. They ask, how old is he? Is his hair dark or blonde? How tall is he? For some reason they think you aren't young, and no one knows your name since you publish under a pseudonym. You're as mysterious as the man in the iron mask.
Are you gonna stay for a while?
No, I'm leaving for the city tomorrow. I have to. I'm struggling to finish my new novel, and I've also been commissioned to write for an anthology, so same old, same old. Weather hasn't been good. Tomorrow morning, hopefully, it'll die down so I can go fishing on the lake. As a matter of fact, I'd like to see the garden and that place where you remember your play was staged. I've had this idea there. It's been dormant for a while. I just need to go to that spot and it'll jog my memory.
It's fine, Masha. I'll just walk home. You know our baby?
I'm sure he's read his own story, but he hasn't finished it mine.
How are you, Cameron?
I'm going for a walk.
Got it. The reception they gave me at the premiere, my God, my head is still spinning. Cameron's depressed, the poor thing. And the newspapers can be so critical.
Well, he shouldn't care.
He can't seem to catch a break or find his voice. It's all just kind of strange, vague. Sometimes it's just these insane rants, and there's never a living character. If I lived in a house like this by a lake, I sure as hell wouldn't have become a writer. I'd drop that habit right quick and do nothing but fish. Catching a perch. Now that's bliss.
Well, I believe in Cameron. There's something in him. His imagination is so vivid, and his words are so colorful. And his stories, they always conjure strong feelings in me. He's got talent. It's just a shame that he has no defined goal. He makes an impression, but that's it. It's hard to get much traction out of it. Anna, are you glad that your brother is a writer?
Believe it or not, I haven't read any of his work yet. I just haven't had the time.
Oh, by the way, you left something here last time.
I don't remember. No, I don't remember.
It's so dark. Why am I so anxious?
Cameron, come away from the window, there's a draft. Anyway, let's go and have a bite to eat. Our celebrity hasn't eaten yet today. We'll continue after dinner. Cameron, don't write right now, we'll go for a bite.
I don't want to, I'm not hungry.
Well, you know better, I suppose. Let me tell you how they greeted me at the premiere. So I walk in, obviously, with flowers and Curran and everything. Well, this time, obviously, not really.
I've talked so much about new forms, but now it seems like I'm slipping into cliche myself. The poster on the fence said, "A pale face framed by dark hair." Said, framed. It's clumsy writing. I'll start with the part where the main character is woken up by the sound of rain and just scratch the rest. The description of the moonlit evening is too long and too pretentious. Thomas has perfected his technique. He has it so easy. He has the neck of a broken bottle glistening on top of a dam in a mill wheel, casting a dark shadow. And there's your moonlit evening. And I have a flickering light, the silent twinkling of the stars, the remote sounds of a grand piano dying out in the quiet, fragrant air. It's so exhausting. Yes. I'm reaching the conclusion more and more that it's not about old or new forms, but about what a man is writing when he gives no thought to forms, just writing what flows from his soul. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so downstairs. Who's there? Nina? Nina! Nina? Nina? It's you! You. I had a premonition. All day my soul was so tormented. Oh, my sweet girl, my love, you came. We won't cry, we won't.
Is here. Lock the door.
It doesn't have a lock. I'll block it. Don't be afraid, no one will come in.
Let me look at you. It's so nice and warm here. This used to be the living room. Have I changed a lot?
Yes. You're thinner and your eyes are bigger. Nina, it's so strange to see you. Why wouldn't you let me see you? Why haven't you come sooner? I know you've been staying here for almost a week. Every day I would visit several times. I would stand under your window like Cyrano.
I was afraid you hated me. Every night I dreamt you were looking at me and didn't recognize me. If you only knew. Since I've been here, I've been walking around the lake. I was by your house several times, but couldn't bring myself to knock. Let's sit. Let's sit and talk and talk. It's so nice and warm here. Cozy. You hear that? The wind. Turgenev has this expression. Happy is the man who on such a night as this sits beneath the roof and has a warm corner. I'm a seagull. No, that's not it. What was I talking about? Yes, Turgenev. And the Lord helps all homeless wanderers. Never mind.
Nina, you're still. Nina.
Never mind. It just makes it easier for me. It's been 2 years since I cried. Late last night I went out to the garden to see if our theater was still standing. It's still there. I cried for the first time in 2 years. And I felt better. My soul lit up. You see? I've stopped crying. So you've become a writer. You're a writer and I'm an actress. We both got sucked up into the vortex. I lived happily then. Like a little kid, waking up in the morning and singing. I loved you. I dreamt of fame, and now. Tomorrow morning I'm going to the capital city and coach with the plebeians. And once I'm there, all the businessmen will hit on me and harass me. It's just such a nasty way of life.
Why the capital city?
I booked a job for the winter. It's time to go.
Nina, I cursed you. I hated you. I ripped up your letters, your pictures. But every moment I knew that my soul is bound to yours forever. Can't stop loving you, Nina. Since I lost you and started getting published, my life is unbearable. I'm suffering. My youth just disappeared and I feel like I'm 90 years old. I think about you all the time. I kiss the ground you walked on. Wherever I go, I see your face. That gentle smile that shined on me. Those were the best years of my life.
Why is he talking like that? Why is he talking like that?
I'm utterly alone and no one wants me. It's like I'm freezing to death in a cave. And whatever I write, it's so dry, so stale, and so dark. Stay here, Nina. I'm begging you. Or let me go with you. Nina. Why, for God's sake, Nina!
My driver's at the gate. Don't see me out, I'll just go. Can I have a glass of water?
Where are you going?
To town. Is Anna here?
Yes.
Why did you say you kiss the ground I walk on? I should be killed! I'm so tired. I need to rest. To rest. I'm a seagull. No. That's not right. I'm an actress. Yes. He's here too. Never mind. Yes, never mind. I went to the theater. He laughed in my dreams, and slowly I also stopped believing and lost faith. And then all the troubles of love, jealousy, constant fear about the baby. I became small-minded. Nobody acting made no sense. I didn't know what to do with my hands, how to stand on stage, how to control my voice. You can't imagine what it's like. You know your acting is bad. I'm the seagull. No, that's not right. Remember when you shot that seagull? By chance, a man peers, looks at her, and for no reason at all, kills her. Subject for a short story. That's not right. What am I talking about? I was talking about the stage. I'm different now. I'm a real actress. I love acting. It's bliss. I'm intoxicated by the stage. It gives me such a high. And now, living here every day, I walk and think and feel that with each passing day, my inner strength grows. I know now. I understand. Cameron, in our business, and it doesn't matter whether you're an actor or a writer, the important thing isn't fame. It isn't the glamour. It's not what I fantasized about, but rather the ability to suffer. To carry your cross and to believe. I believe. And I don't feel any pain anymore. And when I think about my calling, I'm not afraid of life.
You found your path. You know where you're going. And I'm still stuck in this chaos of dreams and images, not knowing what they're for or why they're needed at all. I don't believe, and I don't know what my calling is.
Well, I'm going. Bye. When I become a great actress, come see me. Do you promise? And now? barely stand up. I'm exhausted. I'm hungry.
Please stay. I'll give you some dinner.
No. No. Don't see me out. I'll be fine. So she brought him with her? Never mind, it doesn't matter. When you see Thomas, don't tell him anything. I love him. I love him even more than before. A subject for a story. I love him passionately. Desperately. It was so nice before Cameron. Remember? We had a bright, joyful, honest life with feelings like tender, wonderful flowers. Remember? Human beings, lions, eagles, partridges, deer with their antlers, geese, spiders, silent fish dwelling in the water, starfish, as you cannot see with your eyes, all living things, all living things. All living things having completed their lifespans have been extinguished. For eons, the earth has lain dead, devoid of living creatures, and so the sad moon lights its lantern all for naught. In the meadow, the crane no longer wakes and sings. The beetles of spring no longer climb the trees.
It won't be good if someone sees her and tells Anna. It'll drive her insane.
Well, that's strange. An obstacle course.
Please bring the red wine for me and a beer for Thomas. We'll drink while we play.
In a minute. By the way, here's that thing I was talking about. You asked for it.
I don't remember. No, I don't remember.
Look at this mess. I hate when he does this.
Just leave it.
No, because it annoys me.
Well, he can clean it up later.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him. Look at this. It's so disrespectful. Anyway, okay, do you want to play bullshit?
Yeah.
I love this game. Brian, you play?
Yes.
Right, we'll put
Sure.
that down.
Just a minute.
Brian, put it down.
It's just taxidermy. Are you afraid?
God, why do I have to ask him? Seriously? No. Right now.
See, you do
Swear to
enjoy
God.
it. You
No,
enjoy it.
I'm enjoying it.
Hey, you were smiling. Suppose that's not always an indicator.
Take the cards right now, please.
Masha, you've been getting the copies of books I've been sending you?
Yes, I have. Thank you.
You've been reading the inscription.
Yes.
I wrote the inscription that you told me to write.
Yeah.
Brian, she gets it.
I hope you've been enjoying it.
So to sum up, have you been enjoying the inscriptions that he wrote? Yeah. Oh, wait, actually, thank you. Gotta do my colours.
Oh my gosh,
You gotta organize it.
you're fun.
Yeah, so much
Micromanages
easier
her
when
life, doesn't she? 3 aces.
you- Yeah, because
Okay.
I like arranging my cards.
Alright, I've got 2 twos.
Okay, hold on. I have 3 threes. Should I tell you guys about my premiere?
Yeah.
Well, yes, but you can tell us again.
Can I? I couldn't
1
believe
4.
it. Wait, what were we on? Okay.
2 5.
Yeah, they had a poster of my face on the wall. It was kind of embarrassing.
Oh, that's
I kind of loved it.